Look, we got so many questions on one of our previous videos about our unbudgeting.
Right.
And so we decided that we would go ahead and talk about this further. If you are new to our channel, we are Aging Grateful. I'm Bobby.
I'm Cedric.
And today we're going to talk about the unbudgeted.
Yeah. So we based this off of $3,000 because I don't know if many of you watched Mexico Relocation Guide. She recently did a video about different places to live in Mexico, and San Miguel. She mentioned that on a $3,000 a month budget, you could live comfortably.
You could live. That's what she stated.
In San Miguel. So we're going to use this opportunity to show you a tutorial of how we would budget we're using $3,000, how we would budget normally, and then how we're gonna unbudget that to show how you can live in San Miguel.
So stay tuned. Here we go.
All right, everybody. So we are going to base this off of having a $3,000 income,
$3,000 budget.
$3,000 budget for
living abroad,
wherever you move to. So this, we will start off with $3,000, and we're using every dollar. We use this to do our budget as a kind of a overall template.
And this is the free version. You can
Yes.
upgrade to premium for some other services if you'd like, but we strictly use the free version because it's does what it needs for us to do.
Yeah, does what it needs for us to do.
Okay.
So let's see. I'm just looking at all the categories they have in. These are pre-populated categories. You can change these to whatever you want. So I'm just gonna skip all this stuff. We may come back to it. So we'll start with the rent.
Yes.
The rent is $855. Let's see.
Then we get to water. It's
water bill is $10.
And then we have
the gas, which is $25. It's $25. And you can see our money left over the budget at the top as we add stuff in.
Electricity,
$45. And we just got our first electricity bill, and it would actually come out to about a little bit less than $40 a month, but we'll go ahead and round this up.
Yeah, it was like $37.50 a month.
Yeah, so our internet is $45. Water services is $10, and this is for the delivery.
Water delivery, yeah, they deliver our bottled water.
Phone is $15. We'll do $30 for both. $15 a piece. And this is and that's the other thing. This budget is based off 2 people.
Yes.
Like a couple.
Yes. Us specifically.
And if you had any health insurance, like if you were paying for what's the safety wing and all that type of stuff, you would put that stuff in here.
Absolutely.
Maybe you want to go to the gym. Maybe the gym is costing you $30 a month.
We also have an additional item. And that is,
but we'll get to it once we go through
the house.
What additional? Oh, okay. Yeah, we can add that.
That cleans our home. We actually have that as well. So you could just add an item. So it does allow you on every dollar, and no, we are not paid by every dollar or hosted by every dollar. But if every dollar wants to, we here. But so it's for us about $50 a month to have house cleaning.
So, and one thing that I like about every dollar is it forces you to spend all your money on paper, right? So it's like I have
zero-based budget.
There's a zero-based budget. So you have to put a dollar to a name. That way you know where your money's going. So for groceries, let's just say $400.
I'll say $450.
Okay, so $450 for groceries. For restaurants,
put $300.
Ooh, that's a little low for restaurants. Restaurants probably be more than groceries, but to be honest, I mean,
it isn't our expenses. So if we did 400 and 400.
So you're gonna do 400 and 400.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have 1,100 left. Clothing, let's do what, $100 a month,
Yep,
and that's between both of us.
yep.
So this is like if you want to go to the market or
Get a
just out and about.
shirt or, something.
Uh,
Fun and entertainment,
or what about healthcare and skin,
hair and
like lotion
skin.
and stuff? You need.
Well, nails. So like if you
Oh,
wouldn't
okay.
get your nails done, pedicure, because the guys are well, that's another story, guys.
Anyways, so
So we're gonna say $100 is what we're gonna budget for that.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we getting pampered over here. Fun,
Who's getting pampered?
fun and entertainment. This would be like going out to the movies and things like that.
And we say I'll say $100
Yeah,
for that.
it's about $100.
Mhm.
Um,
And no, we have no pet care or any child care, so we're good with that.
yeah. Uber.
Uber,
I'm gonna say realistically about
$50.
$150 a month.
Yes.
Because Uber, it does kind of add up.
Uh-huh.
The bus, we'll say like
We'll probably spend,
$10.
I'll say,
Yeah, $10.
put $10. Because the bus is only like 8 pesos, y'all.
Yeah,
So,
the bus is real
yeah,
cheap.
yeah.
And that's it. So see, we still have $640 to spend. So we got to spend this money.
So get savings. Let's put that in there.
Okay, so savings, go back up
And
to the
travel.
top.
We'll do savings and travel. So we'll put savings as emergency fund 300.
So this would be like savings,
Mhm. And then if you want to add a column and just say
travel,
uh-huh.
put it down here somewhere.
And we'll say 340.
Travel.
And we're taking you guys through this just like we
Yeah.
would be doing it,
So that'll be
as
the last of our
per month.
money there. So now we've zeroed out our budget.
You see, it says it's an every dollar budget. So
Right. So for our $3,000 budget, we have 300 going to emergency fund. Here's all of our living expenses.
And extra entertainment,
gym,
groceries, clothing, hair and skin, nails, fun and entertainment, Uber, but all of those.
Yeah, so that's pretty much what it looks like. And then from there, you just stick to it.
Yes. Now
we'll show you how to basically the unbudget method, which is, we got some questions on that. So we're going to go back through all of that. Well, I'll start at the bottom. And basically what I'll do is just start deleting everything but our core expenses, right?
So the travel, the bus, the Ubers.
And as you see, it, adds the money back in there when we do that. So delete that.
Hair and skin.
Hair care.
Clothing. Restaurants.
Groceries.
Gym.
All this stuff is
our
core expenses.
Right.
Emergency fund. Get rid of that. So now with our core expenses, we have $1,930
out of that $3,000.
Out of that $3,000
left to spend.
To play around with. So that's basically going to take care of our core living expenses, a roof over our head, and all the services we need to do that. So then what we do is we say, okay, we're going to fund whatever our priorities are, and then we're going to use the rest where we want. So I know one of our priorities were travel.
That is a priority.
So let's do a new group. Let's call this group Fun First. Right? So in this group, we want to do travel. And we want to put how much for travel?
We want to put $800.
$800 a month for travel? Okay.
How much do you want to put?
Hey, we doing $800 a month for travel.
Oh, tell me how much.
We just did 300 and something on the other thing. So we travel in the world for $800 a month.
We are?
Yeah.
Where are you going for $800 a month?
A month, in 6 months, we can go anywhere you want to go. But we'll do.
How about we do 600?
Let's do $600 a month. Um,
Oh, but okay,
yeah, and this would include any travel, like if you got to go back and forth to the States and things like that. Um, Anything else?
that's it.
That's the only that's the only priority we have because
Yeah.
we don't really.
So our real true priority outside of our living expenses for us is travel. We want to travel. We want to be able to get out and go. Now, this is with the caveat that retirement and all of those things have been taken
I
care
was just
of,
about to
guys.
say that.
So
I was
that
just about to say
you
that.
have to look at it from those perspectives. Like you don't have savings, emergency funds set up, if you don't have investments in place, these are things that you're going to need if they're priorities to add to your budget. We're talking about, for specifically us, travel is an important thing right now because everything else should have been taken
Take
care
care
of.
of, right?
So for us, the $600 a month.
Well, and that's and I like Picky Girl Travels mentioned
Picky
that.
girl, yeah.
Picky Girl Travels mentioned that because if somebody calls you out the blue or something's going on with travel somewhere, you already got money set aside, and it's like you don't have to worry about figuring out what you're gonna do with that
Correct,
money.
correct.
Um,
So what we have left to live on per month after all of that and the all of the expenses for our roof over our head and living and our priority has been met or priorities have been met, whatever's left over. And if picky picky girl travels the world looks at our video, hello, ooh, hey boo. Now but this is what we're envisioning that that's what that is, and this is for us.
right.
So we have $1,330 a month left over for us to be able to do things like eat, entertainment,
Yep.
uh,
Groceries,
groceries,
clothing.
clothing, hair, nails, and whatever, Uber or bus. And we don't lend a dollar amount to it because these are things like because we may not one
Right.
month not go anywhere to for entertainment. We may stay in. We may not go out to eat
Right.
this month.
Yeah.
But if there's money left over, that will just roll over into the next month. They'll go
Yeah.
into it's in the same fund.
Yeah.
Everything at this point, this specific dollar amount is in one fund. And they'll just roll over to the next month or what have you. But that is what
Yeah, one thing I like about that is it kind of takes the stress of itemizing everything out because typically what happens is you end up kind of doing this anyway because let's just say we spend all of our money in the restaurants and we have, $200 or $300 left for groceries, and then somebody calls and say, "Hey,
we
such
want to
such
go home.
birthday is this weekend. We want to go out to this restaurant and celebrate." And we're like, "Well, we spent all our restaurant money, but we can take some money from groceries, or
Yes.
we not
Yes.
buying no clothes this month. We can take
Yes.
some money from there and we could go out to eat." So we end up kind of doing that anyway, to an extent,
Mm-hmm.
but this just to me, takes all of that out of it, that
Stress
stress off of
out
it.
of it. Yes.
So what I would recommend is you take this money, put it in a single account
Yes.
that both of you have access to and both of you can see.
That is high yield savings if possible, or
Yeah.
high yield
Well, you're not really
accounts.
going to be saving it,
Checking,
so
high yield checking.
yeah, it's not money that you're saving. You're going to be spending it anyway, so
Right.
I don't really think that's going to make that much of a
But
difference.
if
But
you are going to have any left over,
yeah, now the travel money that you're whatever money that you're putting down aside for the that you're funding, definitely put that in a high yield savings. That way you can get some money off of it. But that's basically how it works, and that's what we started doing, and I actually like it. I like it a lot better than itemizing all this stuff.
what's surprising to me, and I'm just gonna say it because we are just starting this journey of the unbudgeting. And I think this month is the month that we actually started really focusing on it, like really focusing on it. And
Yes, yes,
the
that's a good one.
freedom that we have in just having that there and saying it's for whatever, and us having the conversation and discussion about what we're supposed to be using this for is refreshing. If one, it allows us the opportunity to have conversation, good conversation behind monies. Because if you are a couple, married couple especially, and you're not having a conversation about money, it's gonna come back to bite you in the booty.
Yeah.
So if for us, even if you are starting out married couple, the conversation of money can be uncomfortable, but things like this allow us to really sit down and have a conversation
Yeah.
about what it is that this money is going towards each month, and not have it restrictive, right? There's even if there's things that one wants to do and the other one wants to do, we have a plan and we have a goal of those items, and we talk about them, and then we move on.
Yeah.
And believe it or not, what's crazy is I think that we actually are spending a little bit less than what we were doing.
Yeah, I think what happens is you start out spending a lot, up front, and then as you start seeing that balance dwindle down in that account, you're like, okay, well, okay, we'll kind of slow down a little bit because
No,
this is
I don't think it's that, because I think we're really being mindful of
yeah,
that money.
yeah,
That's really what it is.
yeah,
We're being mindful of the money. We're still enjoying ourselves, and knowing that we have that money there for these purposes, and it's not saying, oh my gosh, I got to figure out if I could take from this because somebody came into town this month
right,
that unexpectedly popped up, and now I want to show them a good time. No, we don't have to even worry about that. We could say, you know what, this is the money, here it is. We got this money. Let's go ahead and use it for that,
yeah,
and be
and
done
be
with
done
it.
with
And
it.
the
Don't have to worry about
conversation is not, let's sit down and figure out where
where
that
this is going
money's
to
come
come from.
from. No.
Oh, you absolutely 1000%. I agree with you on that.
Yeah.
So,
All right.
anyways, I hope that explained it.
Yes.
I hope you guys enjoyed it. Well, guys, we hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you
Yes.
got a better understanding of
The
what that meant.
unbudget.
The unbudget, yes. And the more money you have to throw at it, the more fun you can have with it. Really.
Or not.
Or not.
But guys, let us know your thoughts.
Yeah.
What we would like you to do is to comment, like,
Subscribe,
and hit that notification bell to be alerted when our next videos will be available.
Yeah. Join our Patreon. We got some content on our Patreon.
We are working on our Patreon, doing really well. Guys, let us also know if there's something that you want to see while we are here in San Miguel, or about our budget process, or about pre-retirement. We would love to hear from you.
Yep.
Other
Until
than
next
that,
time. Deuces.